All right, Z is Corewell from ZK Research here, and I'm back with another customer at Dell Technology World. I'm here with Scott Riley from Corewell Health. You're a systems architect there, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and we were talking a little bit before, and you can't even remember how many Dell Tech Worlds this is for you, right?
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yep, I've been here since before it became Dell. Back before EMC/Dell, it was EMC for a couple years.
So you've got a long history with compute technology then.
Yeah.
And storage, yeah. So that's interesting. And so the first few events that you went to as EMC, they couldn't have been nearly this big, right? I remember going to some of those.
Actually, ever since I've been coming, they've been this big. They started over the Venetian. I hear they're going back
right,
there.
yeah.
So yeah. Ever since I've been coming, it's been at the Venetian. So yeah, it's been pretty big.
Okay, well, it's been pretty well documented in the media, right? We've had unprecedented change in the IT industry. Obviously, if you've been working with technology back to the EMC days, you've seen a lot of that change.
Oh yeah.
What were some of the things here that really caught your eye at this year's Dell Tech World?
I think the biggest thing here is the whole zero trust. Incorporating zero trust into the cybersecurity in all the products.
Yeah, including the data recovery products and the backup.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, and so that's one. We were just talking about this. That often those two groups, cyber and data backup, are two different groups.
Yep.
One's very well funded, one's very poorly funded, and so when things do get breached, they don't often have the processes in place to recover correctly. And
Yep.
so, what did you see here that gives you hope that maybe things are changing in that area that make that a little more easy to do?
Well, just the integration with everything and the whole focus on cybersecurity and the whole focus on zero trust. I mean, just being able to secure the environment right out of the gate, right? Eventually, it may go away where you may not need a cyber vault. The way the security and technology is going, right?
Oh, I think it's going to be around a while. So
yeah,
it works pretty well though. So
Yep.
that's the good thing about
Yep.
that. Now, did you happen to catch any of the keynotes?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was there anything in there that you particularly liked? The big focus, AI, edge, things like that?
The biggest one for me was actually today's, the human factor, just recognizing that, regardless of how much security and everything else you put on it, there's going to be people out there that are going to try and circumvent it. So it's really focusing on, the what ifs and not overlooking that, right? You can put in all these things in place, but if you say, well, this has never happened, so we're not going to try and protect from that, as you heard today, with some of the breaches and that's where the problems come in. It's not factoring in that human factor.
Yeah, and often, actually, even the phishing attacks and things are getting so good today that no matter how much training you do, things slip through the cracks, which actually puts an emphasis on tools like CyberVault and things to automate that a lot more.
Yeah, and it's interesting you bring that up because more and more today you hear about not only those breaches that way, but how many technologists are getting breached that way, right?
Yeah.
Even though we're supposed to be smarter than that to recognize that, but yet it's getting to some of the technologists, even like myself.
Yeah, I was talking with the CEO yesterday who said routinely he gets emails from his employees with phishing attacks where they were text message, a spoofed text message to send them something, that looks like it came from him, but it indeed didn't. So that is. And so, just one last question: as you look ahead for the next year or 2 years, what are some of the technologies that excite you most?
Well, I think for us in our organization, being healthcare, is that cyber vault, securing it so that if there is an attack, we're able to recover from it and have the processes. That's what my biggest interest is here.
Yeah, and clearly being in healthcare, in fact, I read somewhere that healthcare records actually are in more demand from the fraudsters than even credit card statements are now, because you can use that as a way to pull emotional responses from people.
Yeah.
So you got the tough job.
Yep.
All right, Scott. Well, thank you very much for your time. I'm Zeus Caravalla from Dell Technology World.